It is time to expand minds through movies, TV, sports, and flicks. It is time to boldly go where no podcast has gone before. It is time for the Captain Talks Flicks.
The Captain Talk Flicks.
Welcome to the Captain Talk Flicks podcast. I'm your host, the Captain Cortez, aka Mr. Love, and this is where we talk flicks. And ladies and gentlemen, I just got back from MI6, and after leaving the UK and MI6, I'm now back in Langley. I'm all over the place. MI6, UK, now we're back in Langley. And we're going to explore the agency once again. Before I get into a couple things, I want to give a shout out to Mexico City. Got some plays in Mexico City this past week. Gracias, gratitude, todo va. In Mexico City. I mean, there's a million things I can say. What am I going to the pyramids? Man, some food. What am I just hanging out, chilling? I know there's so many cool things happening down in Mexico City. Work on my Espanol, right? There's just so many cool things happening. I take my pick. So I appreciate that Mexico City listen to me. I appreciate it greatly. Thank you very much. I appreciate you guys. You guys are an awesome city out here. So thanks. Listen, I appreciate it. And additionally, this episode is brought to you by the song called Keep Going. Now, there is a written statement on a mirror in this space that says keep going. Because my job is to keep on going. I lost Vicente Love like 7 years ago. And after that moment in time, I knew I had to keep going for her. I love you very much, Vicenta. I miss you a lot. And I will keep on going for you. And so this song is inspired by that and also inspired to keep on going. So if you're going through a thing, which I know a lot of us are, keep on going, bro. Just keep going. Keep showing up. Keep doing it. It'll be worth it. Don't give up. Keep going. You got this. So if you want to hear the song, kind of inspired by that, I'll put it below. Check it out. Now, let's get to the podcast. Ladies and gentlemen, like I said, I went back to Langley again. And I did, like analysis and ran some knocks and went to the farm. Did spy stuff. I did none of those things. I ain't go to the UK, none of that. But I did see the agency again. The continuing podcast coverage of the agency, the phenomenal reimagining of the Bureau from France TV over at Paramount Plus. And the story continues. And the last time I talked about it, they had sent Owen overseas to infiltrate this organization with this American dude, American soldier. And he was in a bad predicament. And real quick, spoiler. Okay, now Owen's in a bad predicament and it gets extremely worse. Now, like I said, I'm going to spoil this. The dude figured out that he was not who he was. And basically started to try to kill him. But he got saved the day because apparently USA had snatched up his sister. So they wanted to go ahead and do a spy swap. Before they could do the swap, Owen basically got severely hurt and he pretty much lost his leg, which is super messed up. It's horrible, right? Out in the field, did not plan that. And it is super, super messed up, but this is what went down. Now, I'm not trying to, critique or nothing or anything like this. And, it's a horrible situation. But I told you the episodes before that I was unclear if Owen had what it took to go in the field. Now, obviously, I'm no expert on any of this, but I do know that after reading a lot of books about sports, and so is your captain, what does sports have to do with espionage? I really feel that sports is like everything. Honestly, sports, baseball, football, whatever, is a lot like life everywhere. Like a lot of places, and kind of sidebar real quick, a lot of places have bosses, which are kind of like coaches. You got head of the organization, you got players that have roles. I mean, life is sports, for real. And you can take a lot of the sports analogies and sports things and apply them to a real life. And I would say this is facts. I've done it myself. So when I go out in the world and do my thing, I got that Mamba mentality like Kobe Bryant, or like that mentality like Magic Johnson or Michael Jordan, or like Juan Soto on the baseball diamond, or you take your pick. But I feel that kind of mentality will get you through anything. Now, to apply that to the world of espionage, it would see an Owen and show how they showed him before he was going into it. I can tell by his mindset he was not ready. There were doubts. Now, when you go into the game of sports, you have to go crystal clear with no doubts. You have to be ready to go. If there is doubt, you may falter and fail, which you did. he just was not ready for prime time. And this, in my opinion, he just saying the doubts. I knew from the jump. You have to believe and know you're ready. If there's any doubts, you should do nothing. And I live by this myself. If I have any doubt, I pause and rethink this. Because especially if it's some really high stakes things. Now, me being a regular guy in the real world, there's nothing like that. I don't live a life where there's a lot of high stake things happening. I'm not in any kind of situations where I could just die like that or get seriously hurt, because I don't live that kind of life. I'm not in those spaces. Get the grocery store, should I mow my laundry, just stuff like that. But even that being said, I still do apply for any doubts or things, to hold off on it. Making big purchases or something, spend a lot of money or buying this or buying that. Let me think this through. But in that world there, like where the stakes are so high, like you should have no doubts. Now on the opposite side, Gremlin, she's over there doing her thing. To quote the samurai, you have to rush and bolt. She's doing it. It's like, I don't care. Let me go here. Let me handle it. Let me improvise my thing. And you saw the outcome, right? The outcome with the Gremlin, she got to the target like she wanted to. Like seriously, as someone that just observes these things and sees these things, I'm no expert, obviously. I just observe life. I read a lot of books. I watch a lot of stuff, a lot of podcasts. I went down the rabbit hole of spying a lot. Not just spying, but read a ton of books in general about psychology and the kind of ology you can think of. I just read a bunch of stuff about a bunch of things. Hip hop, sci-fi, spies, psychology, war. Navy SEALs. There's so many different avenues to explore. And as I tie these all together, I feel that basically when you're navigating that space in that place and you're going undercover and you gotta be somebody else, take another name. Like you have to believe it. Like you have to. If you don't believe it, they're not gonna believe it. You have to believe you are that person. It sounds actually crazy. It is crazy. But so they use this podcast, for example. I'm on the podcast and I'm the captain. Obviously, I was not born the captain. Obviously, I was not born doing this. I'm a baby. My name's not the captain. No one ever called me the captain as a baby. And I didn't do this as a baby. As a baby, I'm going, yeah, crying and stuff, right? But as an adult, I believe I'm the captain. I am the captain right now. Right now, I am the captain. And I'm talking like I'm the captain because the captain does this. That's what the captain does. It's not my real name. Yeah, but right now, I am the captain. And I'm doing it because I know what I am. And you hear me. I'm doing this. Hey, this is what you got to do. When you're wherever, whoever, you have to be that. Now, obviously, a lot of us are not going to do that. We're not going to be spying and going overseas, but there's things you might do that you have to be that. Like they say that when Michael Jordan goes to the court, I read the book by his trainer, and he becomes a different animal on the court. He's this whole different thing. On the court, I am this. So when you enter certain spaces, arenas, you become what that is. Same thing here. When you're there, whoever you got to be that. Now, it's still you, but it's a different aspect of you. It's kind of like what Steve Austin would say, the wrestler, like it's a heightened version of yourself. Slightly different, but it is you. And if you do that, people believe it because you believe it. You know it. You have to own it. No one believe it. Like no one would ever doubt I'm the captain right now. You say I'm not the captain? What are you talking about? I'm the captain, bro. I live it, breathe it, eat it. You know what I'm saying? I am the captain. There's no doubt. You have to know it like that. And I don't think Owen knew it like that. Gremlin, no, she's embracing it. Gremlin's having a good time out there. She's having fun. She's enjoying it. Great time. She's not scared unless she's super bold. Now, that can be dangerous. But in this space, she's doing okay. And Owen did not. And this is a fictional story. But I'm sure there's events out here that this takes place. And it's horrible. I feel bad for Owen and all that happening. Right? But that's a dangerous game they play sometimes. And somebody's going to the field doing this is dangerous. It is. This is real things. These things happen for real. To tread carefully, to train, you have to be ready for that. That's why I do that. That's why I just podcast. I'm in my safe podcast. I don't want no part of that. Not to make light of it, you know what I'm saying? But anyways, this series, this show, this TV show, the agency, I think it's really good. Okay, now the Bureau, of course, what it's based on, is the best spy show as of right now to me. But this is actually pretty good. I mean, actually, it is really good. Now, I know they say the first season's whatever, but this season's been super solid to me. Now, I've not been on the message board to kind of follow up with this. Been a little busy doing other things. But I suspect people are starting to come around. It's rated really well online. And I think a lot of people that don't really watch spy shows are watching this. So it's good for the genre. Now, in general, I think the whole genre of espionage is starting to rise slightly. It just seems there's more stuff out there. Now, when I started going down this journey of reading books and, watching movies and TV shows and podcasts, the community that was out there that I saw was very small. It didn't seem this niche was that big, but it does seem to be growing. I mean, it really is. I'm in a couple of Facebook groups, a couple of groups on Goodreads, and the membership is growing. people are starting to see what I see about these stories. They're phenomenally good. It's just a human story like anything else, and they're really good. And also, too, you can learn how to live life just a little better. There's a lot of lessons I've got from reading the real book, the fiction books, that apply to my life, and that's why I've done better in life since reading these things. Taking on some of the skill sets that an intelligence analyst might use, or an operations officer, has helped me navigate life a million times better. And I appreciate them sharing those stories and information. That's why I love the genre show. It's also entertaining as well. So anyways, ladies and gentlemen, I touched on just a little bit about this episode, but it's a phenomenal show. I highly recommend you go watch The Agency. I highly recommend you go watch The Bureau for sure. If you see The Agency, you need to see it. The Bureau is phenomenal. I think it's still on Paramount as well. And also, too, go visit a bunch of other spy shows and movies. I recommend The Sandbaggers. I recommend The Americans. I recommend MI5, also called The Spooks. I recommend the Mission Impossible series. I recommend James Bond. There's so many good movies, TV shows out there. And there's countless books. Countless books. I recommend Jason Matthews' Red Sparrow series. I recommend Mark Henshaw series. My bookshelf has tons of them. So just the whole world of that is phenomenal. There's so many different ways, styles, time periods. This is my second favorite genre next to Star Trek. Right? I mean, it's a wonderful world to visit, and it's endless rabbit hole. Now, on a side note, I found some moles in my living area, and I had to get rid of them. I had to find them all and get rid of them. So, anyways, thanks for listening. I appreciate you guys. You guys are phenomenal. The listenership is going up. I appreciate you much for taking time out of your day to listen to me just talk a bunch of mess about whatever I'm thinking about. No, I have no education. I have no degree. I have no special areas of expertise. I just read a lot of books, listened to podcasts, and talked to people, and listened, and thought about things, and voila, here we are. But I did go to school to get a radio DJ. This is true. I never finished, but I did do that as well. So anyways, I appreciate you. Thank you very much. And until next time, we'll see you. A year from now, you may wish you had started today. Karen Lamb. Till next time, it's got the peace.
The Captain Talks.